My name is Forrest Melton with the Cooperative for Research in Earth Science and Technology at NASA Ames Research Center, and I'm going to give you a quick overview of our work on mapping drought impacts on land fallowing in California. Here's a picture of well, as you may have heard, last few years we've been a little short on water in California. This is what a number of fields across the state look like. You can take a guess as to what's missing. Plants, crops, obviously, but in addition to that, irrigation supplies, fertilizer, pesticides, farm machinery, and most importantly, people to manage the agricultural production and harvest the crops. In total, economic losses in 2015 were estimated at $2.7 billion in California by our colleagues at UC Davis. Now, the state of California has resources available to help mitigate these impacts of drought to agricultural production. They have low interest loans for farmers, and they have funding for food banks and social service agencies across the state to mitigate impacts to farm workers and their families. But as you can imagine, with nearly 8 million irrigated acres and well over 250,000 fields, keeping track of what's happening where is a difficult challenge. During the drought from 2007 to 2009, the state of California received widely conflicting estimates of land fallowing across the state from different ground-based sources. At the start of the current drought, they came to us, to NASA, to NOAA, USGS, and USDA, and asked if we can help them implement a remote sensing solution to help them identify where drought impacts on agricultural production were concentrated. In its simplest form, this is an easy problem, right? A cropped field there on the top has a very different phenological signal, a very different NDVI time series than a bare field with weed control. But in California, we have 400 different crop types with 2 and sometimes even 3 crop production cycles. We've got alfalfa, we have vineyards with cover crops, we have thousands of acres of new perennial crops, and there were failed crops during the drought. As a result, it makes it a slightly more interesting and actually very nuanced problem to try to accurately identify fallowed agricultural lands and separate it from active agricultural lands where crops are being produced. So we've implemented a system for doing this for the state. We are producing monthly maps. We've demonstrated the accuracy along 10 transects up and down the Central Valley, and shown that we have users and producers accuracies on a month-by-month basis, so between 85 to up to 88 to 99% there. And we've met the state's requirements for accuracy. We're currently working on implementing this solution on Earth Engine so we can produce these monthly maps and give them updated reports as the season progresses on land fallowing by county. And we're implementing this on Earth Engine for 2 reasons. One, we want to take advantage of the reduced cost for data management and expertise required to operate and maintain the system. And 2, we want to increase scalability so we can expand the system to respond to requests from our partners in Washington State and Nevada. Thank you. And while Tyler's walking up here, I want to say this is the first of what we hope is a series of applications designed to support agricultural response during drought.
What did you learn?
I learned we should complain more and more loudly, I guess. I was so pleased. No, seriously, I learned that you listen to your community of users and developers. Like Dave, we were really happy to hear about the new tools for converting shapefiles to tables. We did test that last night. One of our team members tested it, and we tested it with a shapefile with 350,000 polygons. It went right up in the first try. It took 8 hours, but 5 minutes of our time instead of months. So that's fantastic. Really appreciate it. Thank you.